right there. Welcome to Ask TJ About Marketing. I'm your host, Terry Johnson from terryjohnsononline.com. I'm a marketing specialist here to talk to you today about marketing questions, basic marketing questions and marketing strategy questions you may have about how you build a brand or a business online using social media, using email marketing, using content marketing, blogs, websites, all of those good things. The tools we have available now that's going to allow you to reach a wider audience. So those questions are the ones that we're going to talk about on this show. So let's get started. Today's question is, but everybody knows what content is. Content is, the messages, the posts, the video, the blog posts, whatever you publish on your social media platforms online. That's what your content is. Now, content has to, well, it doesn't have to have, it has a job. A very important job is to get your brand message out there, who it is you are and why you're here and what is it you do, right? So content does that. But there's another side of content where it has to do some work for your business. It has to bring you revenue, and we talk about that a lot. But you have to realize that your content strategy matters. Your strategy matters, and the strategy is that framework, that blueprint that you build, and you don't do it again. I mean, you refine it, right? You refine it based on the current times. Just like we always talk about real estate and dating and fishing and gardening, because those are things where things grow. So with real estate, when you have a house, when you buy a house, and say you bought a house in 2004, you update it, but you don't build it over unless you got money and you're going to buy a new house. But usually you renovate a little bit here and there, you update the outside, or you update. You never build the house again. It's built.
Right.
So same thing with your content strategy. It's built. You know why as a business or a brand you're online. You know why. You know that the first thing you have to have is the attention of your target audience. That is what you have. That is key. So your business content, it has to build brand awareness. That's why you're there. You're not there to post pictures of your cat, your dog, your fan. You can do that, but you're confusing the algorithm. So you want to have a purpose, is to build your business, your brand awareness online. Number 2, content is supposed to generate leads. What is a lead? A lead is an interest, a nibble, a bite. So, when I talk about fishing, it's a bite. Like, oh, that's something's on the hook. Let me reel it in. So with content online, your business, a lead is somebody that's interested because they've consumed your content and they're interested. They're not ready to buy. So you got to build that customer journey that I talk about, all the things you have to do. And content is the leader of all of this. And then number 3, it needs to drive conversions, which means your call to action directs them to buy. There's the money. People always say, well, where's the money on social media? I'm posting. Well, you're posting pictures of your dog, but you don't run if you run a dog grooming business or spa, dogs galore. If you run a bakery, maybe. If you run a dry cleaner, why? You need to talk about what your audience needs, what your customer needs. So you got to know these things. You got to know your target audience. You got to know what they want. You got to know the purpose that you fulfill. So content does that for you, but you have to do it in the right way, which means you have to stay current, which is why you're watching today, I hope. Because that's the purpose of this. Talking about marketing every week is that you stay current, you stay in the loop. You know that if you read a book from 2018, please don't. A marketing or social media, please don't. Go online. Watch this show. Follow my page. Follow people online. So see, that's once you build the content strategy of I know what I'm doing online. I know my purpose. My purpose is to create a message that starts and delivers a conversation, and I take it over when there's an interest. Okay, you don't waste time trying to sell people that don't want what you have. That's a waste of time.
Right, and I think that's a very good point. We're not playing to the everybody audience, and I think a lot of business owners get confused and they start trying to market to everybody. I'm just going to market to everybody. No, there are certain people who need to hear from you and want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Those are the people that you want to connect with. Go after, talk to them, and then and constantly, and other people are going to discover you because they're going to talk to their friends about you. Oh yeah, you need to get with TJ because she knows the social media stuff, and every week I come in and I learn something new.
Because these things are changing. That's why. So if you say, oh, I already know about content marketing, I already have a strategy, blah, 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 but is it updated? Do you have curtains from 1970 in your house?
And I'm going to tell you, because I just went home shopping with some people yesterday, and I was like, oh, wait.
And, we're not putting that down because it's easy to get complacent.
Right.
So it's not a put down. I'm just saying that, like Fran said, oh, maybe we need to go and buy some new stuff to update the look. If you're selling a house, you need to update your look.
And it doesn't mean you cannot have your own style. It just means to freshen it up a bit. Let's put some new paint on the wall.
Yeah, because in France industry, they have people, what are they called? Stagers. They go around and stage a house. Yeah. And that means to tell them what that is because that's what it's called, right? Staging house.
Because when you get ready to sell a house, you wanted to give the people an idea of what it could look like.
Mm-hmm.
So you stage the home. Yeah. Normally they want to take all of your stuff out and bring in some pieces that will best show the
house in its best light.
Exactly. And they will and they will do that. Now it can be done one of two ways. You can do it virtually, which is the new thing, and it's costing me a lot less money. Yeah. Or you can do the traditional staging. Sometimes the people have the furnishings that they need.
Right.
Or sometimes you go get help and bring in the furnishings that you need.
Right.
But you want to show it in the best light. So some pictures need to come off the wall, some need to go up. And with marketing, these are things that you might say, we're not going to do the cats and the lollipops right now. We're going to do the things that you've been working on. Show and tell.
Yeah.
On social media, it's about show and tell.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. And once you understand who you are and what it is that you do, like TJ said, you can better show and tell people what you do. You don't have to be like other people.
Right. Right. And if you want things to work on your social media accounts, and I mean work, which means they haul in the people, the leads, the people that are interested, and you say, hey, it's like selling cars. It's like a furniture showroom. They're there for a reason, because when I walk into a car dealership, I have in mind to buy a car. Maybe not that day, but the interest. And the salespeople, I shouldn't say salesmen, the salespeople know that because you walked in the door. We only sell cars. And this is another thing about your platforms, especially with Instagram. If people wonder why, oh, my engagement is down, this is down, that is down, because you're confusing the platforms. You're confusing Instagram and all of these other social media platforms, TikTok. They want to know who you are. What do you serve? That's why we was talking about hashtags. That's one way to give these platforms a signal that you talk about marketing, you talk about real estate, you talk about coaching, you talk about this, you talk about that, because you use those hashtags. And now we're saying that your content, what you write in the captions, has to show what you're about. So if you put up pictures of dogs, and you're confusing Instagram because they don't know what you're doing. One day you're posting about your business, the next day you're posting about an animal of this or that.
And that,
And then I understand you want to show off your dog. So get a personal Instagram. Get another one. Because you can switch back and forth in Instagram between, I think, maybe 5 accounts.
5 accounts.
5 accounts.
5 accounts.
Now, and you'll tell me that's a lot of work.
But you want to post all of these different content.
But you want to build your business online. You want to use the attention where everybody is, right? Well, those are the rules. Those are the rules.
I had to do that with my real estate site because I had one that was centered on Sacramento and was happening in Sacramento. But I was like, that's not me. I work with buyers. So I had to switch the focus of what because not just what's happening in Sacramento, because that's fine. I can still talk about that, but this is for home buyers. I work with home buyers.
Now, see, when I talk about, posting dogs, it's like, okay, it has to be relevant to the business. So Frank can use pets because people who buy have pets. People who buy homes have pets. They want to see what their dog or their cat looks like in that environment. It looks cozy. Oh, my dog Fido is going to love that, whatever the name of your dog is. They're going to love that backyard. They're going to love that front. They're going to love that little window where the sun shines because the cat likes to lay in the sunshine. So you can do that.
And I have to know that going out. Now I can talk about cats and dogs and I can talk about anything that has to do with a buyer buying a house.
Homey
aspects.
Homey stuff. Homey, cozy. I can see myself in that house.
Right.
So those are some of the things. So that's why you can do that. You can do that. But then she would put in the caption, it would be about the home. So that wouldn't confuse Instagram because it would be a picture of the dog in the living room or in the yard or whatever, showing the house. So you're still good. I'm just saying that if you run a beekeeping business and everything is your parrot or your whatever, or your car. Well, Instagram goes, what are you doing? What are you doing?
And
you're confusing me.
They cannot put you in front of
a category
because they're like,
I don't know what to do with you because you're all over the place. So that's what I mean about sticking to your business, your industry, but you can put your personal touches in there. You have to tie it. You have to tie it into what you're talking about so you don't confuse the algorithm. So this works on Instagram, it works for Facebook, it works for TikTok, all of that. So that's why you use the hashtags, and your content has to be written around your business or your brand, what you're talking about. But if you're good at writing, you can tie anything into your industry. You can tie bees in. If somebody that's interested in keeping bees and they're like, and they're looking for a home, you can show that bee whatever they keep the bees in the backyard in a home or whatever, or you can tie it in if you're good at that. If not, then don't do it. Just stick to
what you do. Tell about what you do, like whether it's making a garment or making candy or show us you making the candy and telling us this is the flavor of the candy today.
Because you have to tie it in emotionally. This is where we get it. It has to be tied in emotionally. You have to make the connection for them. Don't just post something and assume that your audience, your potential customer knows what to do with that. You got to tie the A and the point A and point B, and you got to make the line between it for them. And you, in your mind, a lot of people do this. Oh, they already know. Don't assume they know. You draw the picture with your words, with your content, with your photos, with whatever kind, your podcast, where you draw the picture and they imagine it in their minds or they see it on Instagram or TikTok. And it's not about dancing and pointing and this, because people are getting tired of that. Really, they are. They are. That's a trend that, okay, if you're still dancing and if you're not a dancer, don't do it. You talk about your messaging in your way. You will get the people that you want to get because you're using hashtags and you're writing the right caption, the content. You're going to attract them. That's what it's about.
And then
Go ahead.
That other thing is, I believe it was coming up on your little thing, because you're talking about content
Mhm.
strategy matters.
Right.
One
Right.
of the strategies is you got to keep showing up every day.
That
Don't
too.
be
Hmm. Yeah.
having these chasms between posts. You don't have to do 15 posts a day, but the people
No,
need to hear from you.
you don't have to do that. I think people think they have to post a lot. You don't. What you have to do is be consistent. With posting a lot, here's an example. Here's a tip with Instagram. When stories first came to Instagram, people used to post like hundreds of stories, and then you would go into their stories and you see those little dots at the top, and they would be very short. That meant a person had like 50 stories. Nobody has time for that. So now the deal is with stories, you don't post a story all the time, because if you post once in a while, Instagram will alert your followers that you posted a story, and then they'll go see it. But if you post 20 a day and blah blah blah, you're overwhelming. So the tip with stories is now to do a story maybe every other day or once a day, or if you could skip a day or two. Because when you do that, and then say you do one on Monday and you do one on Wednesday or Thursday, Instagram sends out an alert. So and so has posted a story, hasn't posted a story in a while. They just posted today. Go and see it. It says something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but it says that.
Yes.
And when you look at your phone, your audience looks at your phone and go, "Oh, you posted a story." Bloop, they go right to it, and you got one or two telling something. And Fran says, "Show, don't tell." And in that example, if you have a bakery and you have a popular item and it sells out, because there's a couple of bakeries and things around here that when they have people line up early in the morning for the item, and when it's sold out, it's gone for the day. So when you could put a story the next day, you're looking for this chocolate chip cookie that was sold out yesterday, it's here. And then Instagram lets people know. But those are some of the things with content and your strategy. You don't once you have it in place, and it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a whole doctorate thesis, whatever. Just have an idea of what you want to do and how you want to do it, what your purpose is, know what content is supposed to do. Keep some of these ideas in mind, and just get in, and you just jump in and swim, and then you decide from what you're posting. You'll see how much engagement you get, and then go from there. It's not hard.
And I think we overthink sometimes because of everything that we see or what people are saying online.
Yeah, the gurus say you got to post on Instagram between 9 and 11 a.m. You look at your analytics and you see when you need to post. I hope this discussion helps you understand this marketing question a little bit better. I hope this cleared up some information for you, that you got the knowledge and the information you needed to know. Now, if that didn't happen for you today, let me know. Reach out to me on terryjohnsononline.com, or go to your favorite social marketing. Go to your favorite social media platform. I'm probably there. Just search for Terry Johnson Online. Okay, so terryjohnsononline.com, or go to your favorite social media platform, search for Terry Johnson Online. Reach out to me, send me a DM, a comment, a question. Just, let me know what's on your mind, what you're thinking about, what you need to know, what questions you need answered, and I'll get that information to you. So thank you for watching today, and I'll see you next time.